Who hates a grocery store? I do. Because one, I can't ever find what I need. And two, when I turn these boxes over and I'm trying to do what's right for my kids, I'm looking at all the ingredients and I can't pronounce over half of them. I mean, I know my English is bad, but it's not that bad. So this is why I love Thrive Market, because I know that they have banned over 1,000 ingredients, things that are sold on their website. And I also love that they have tools like the Healthy Swap Scanner that helps me find better junk-free alternatives to the stuff normally my kids like. So if you're ready to start 2025 junk-free, head to thrivemarket.com/morning to get that 30% off your first order plus a free $60 gift. That's thrivemarket.com/morning.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the morning after. I'm looking at the beautiful Kelly Safford. You look like you have like a glow about you right now.
You know what? That makes me nervous when you say that, because usually glow means pregnancy, and I'm happy for anyone who is pregnant and wants to be pregnant, but that's not me right now or ever from here on out. But yeah, no, I had a good weekend. Matthew and I celebrated our 10-year this weekend, which was nice. And honestly, we slept a lot. And we ate a lot, and it was a perfect 10 years. So there you go.
You had a combination of some bouginess at the Beverly Hills Hotel,
We did.
but also kids, gymnastics.
Hank, I'm not kidding. So we took them Friday night. I love that you have a glass of wine. We took them Friday night to sushi because we were like, okay, Friday was our actual anniversary, and we didn't want to go to, like, I mentioned Dave and Buster's because I thought that would be fun, and immediately got shot down with that one. So we were like, let's take the kids to sushi. They've never been to sushi. Horrendous idea. Like, I don't know why we did that. They hated it all. All they ate was edamame. I was like, well, this is a disaster. But then did the gymnastics on Saturday, had to be there at 7:45 a.m. Didn't leave until 4. You can imagine
Pasadena, right?
In Pasadena in a convention center. You could imagine Matthew. You know what I mean? First of all, he can't get comfortable because his body's older than he is. So sitting for too long, standing for too long, moving for too long, it just tends to hurt. So we managed to get through it. Hunter won her state competition, which is pretty awesome. The twins did amazing as well. They were top 10. Very proud of them. Season is over. Thank God.
And what do you tee up for? Do they do a spring or summer? We start soccer next weekend. So is there like a spring or summer cycle on the West Coast?
Well, gymnastics is year round. So technically they just start back over, but we are at kind of a crossroads with gymnastics that we'll get into later, because I kind of want to talk about it because I don't really know what to do. But before we get into that, and yes, our weekend was amazing. We bougied it up at Beverly Hills. We went to dinner. We ordered room service the next night, just stayed in, watched the basketball games.
Did you see any celebrities there? Beverly Hills Hotel's notorious for it.
Everywhere I looked, I felt like I saw somebody. Heidi Klum at one point. Matthew thought he saw, I'm gonna forget his name. I forgot his name already. He's a silver fox. He moved, but then he came back. Or no, he moved out of the States. I don't know if he's back. Who was the late night English?
John Oliver?
James Corbin?
James, that one. What did you say?
Yeah.
Yes. The one that does carpool karaoke?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there. The guy from not Suits, but what's the show about, basically, is it Fox News? No, that's not right. What's the show about
NBC, like the Today Show?
Where there's a family that's fighting over like the big media Succession. The one that no one likes in Succession because of his character. He's one of the brothers. Not
Kendall Roy.
Yeah.
Like the oldest brother?
Yes, that one. He was there with his daughters, and he had 3 little girls. I think those are his daughters. And he was telling them as they were getting in the room, he was like, no, we're not watching any more TV. There is more to life than a screen. I wanted to pat him and be like, I get it.
Now with Heidi Klum, like sometimes when people are really pretty, I either find myself staring at them to an uncomfortable level, or I can't even look at them because it hurts my eyes because they're too pretty.
You know what? It was from afar. We were at the pool, and I believe like she was eating. Now, there's a lot of beautiful people in LA, but I'm 99% sure this was her. So if she wasn't at the Beverly Hills, then there's someone that looks identical to her. But no, she was stunning from what I could see. I mean, it really did feel like everywhere we turned. But at Beverly Hills Hotel, there's like regulars. I guess there's celebrities that come there every week or like most weekends and spend the weekend there. So they knew all the staff by name. It kind of blew my mind. But we just, we kind of kept to ourselves for the most part and did our thing. But it was a really good weekend. It was a nice little reset for Matthew and I too. We hadn't been away with each other alone in quite some time. So it was nice.
What I would love to do, because, the Chateau Marmont used to be like the Lindsay Lohan hangout and the Paris Hilton, whatever. But I really do want to go to the Beverly Hills Hotel. I could probably afford one splash. I'm going to have it and I'm going to sip it like for 3 hours and just sit at the bar and just look at people. I won't say anything to anybody. My question to you is, because you're both very public people, and obviously a lot of the Hollywood bros know Matthew instantaneously. When that happens, is there I imagine when the social elites see each other and recognize one another, it's usually, I'm picturing that it's just a head nod. Like you look at each other and you're like.
Yeah, I would say for the most part, that's what it is. You don't want to interrupt anything. So it's kind of, they just get each other and they just, either just do one of these, like a little like, hello, or the nod. Some guys, if it's a guy, some guys will come up to him and just like give him the dap and, love watching you play, whatever it might be. But then they move on. It's very quick. No one's trying to, start a full conversation. Just knowing that people enjoy their privacy there.
Just like us when we saw John Mayer at Craig's.
just like us. I mean, we let him be. We didn't intrude. We weren't videoing / fake FaceTiming outside. It's fine.
What is the 10-year anniversary gift?
I don't know.
What
am I supposed to know that?
Did you purchase him something?
I did purchase him something, but I honestly spent a lot of time. I might have. I have a prop. 1 second.
Oh my God, this is so exciting.
Shit, I think I have a prop. So, what do you get someone who has everything? Am I right? I'm ready. Yeah. Okay, so I did purchase him something, and it was a watch, and it's a watch that I know he loves and has wanted and whatnot. But I like personal gifts. So I wrote him like a 4-page letter that I wish I could tell you everything in it, but it's very personal. And then I made him a book, which I am showing Hank. And I'll just read you the first part because it'll tell you what it is. It says, over the past 10 years, we have said so much to one another. I wanted to capture the top 100 things that I believe have been said the most. Some of these sayings will never be used again, while other sayings will trickle into our lives as it goes on. Along with the sayings are some of my favorite photos. They might not reflect the saying, but I hope they make you smile like they made me smile. My wish is that we look back at this book one day and remember just how incredible, fun, hard, and fulfilling our first 10 years of marriage was. Can't wait to see what is in store for the next 10. So, have you finished your homework? That has become a new saying in our house that has been used a bunch. Can we not watch golf? I mean, things like that. And it's 100 sayings with pictures of them. Yeah. So that's
feels.
Yes. And nice to have something tangible to look back on. But I like making videos for his birthday and stuff like that. So I just like stuff to be personal. Also, he has everything.
Yeah, those types of things are really, really hard. It's hard when somebody has all the things that they would personally want. Like I know he enjoys watches and things, and so he's going to figure that. It's very difficult. It can be difficult. Taylor Swift is very good about. It doesn't even have to be for Travis or whomever, but they said that she's very into pen to paper, things that are created by her, whatever, just like things that mean something, because she can go out and buy a little country if she wants to.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And to be honest, when I buy Matthew things like that, it is normally with his money. So I'm like, and I know it's our money. I get that, people. I'm not saying it like that, but it's nice. You know, when I buy him small things, I can use my own. But when I'm buying things like that, it's coming from our joint situation. And it just doesn't feel like, you know, I don't know. I just like to give him something personally from me. So I am so excited for all the new moms out there, whether you are celebrating your first Mother's Day or your third or fifth or 15th or whatever it might be. Congratulations. But for some new moms, there's something unexpected that comes with it, and it's hair thinning. And it is a frustrating part of motherhood. But luckily, there's Nutrafol. There's Nutrafol's postpartum supplement that is OBGYN formulated to target the root causes of postpartum hair thinning, like sleepless nights, hormonal changes, nutrient gaps, and stress, while using breastfeeding-friendly ingredients. So if you're a new mom out there and you have those baby hairs or your hair just keeps shedding in the shower, check out this Nutrafol postpartum supplement, and it's safe for breastfeeding. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement trusted by over 1.5 million people. That's why this Mother's Day, Nutrafol makes a perfect gift. There's something for every mom on your list. The postpartum formula is great for women in the first year after giving birth. The Women's Balance formula is perfect for women 45 and up experiencing perimenopause or menopause. And of course, the women's formulas are great for those who are the in-between life stages. This Mother's Day, consider Nutrafol the best-selling hair growth supplement. Whether you're gifting to yourself or a loved one, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off any order. Enjoy free shipping when you subscribe. Go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code MorningAfterGift. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code MorningAfterGift. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code MorningAfterGift. To give him something personally from me. So that's what I did. He got me a ring, a new ring.
A new ring?
A new ring, yes. He noticed, and I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but he noticed that I did not wear my wedding ring. I wore my wedding band most of the time. And that's honestly because I knock it around. I have 4 kids. To be honest, the first ring that he got me was massive in the fact that it had a big diamond that had diamonds around it, and it sat high, and I would just kill it on either my kids or on the wall. And so I just stopped wearing it. And he noticed it. I didn't know that he noticed it. But he noticed it and decided to get me a different ring and kind of was like, I hope you wear this one.
I don't ever remember ever really seeing it. And his would either be he'd wear that rubber one a lot, or that thing that would go. No, he would.
He doesn't wear rubber.
The thing that would go over it. Isn't there a thing that goes over the ring or something?
No, I think you're thinking of the wrong person. And honestly, there's a lot of guys that wear rubber rings during games and stuff. And he asked me, he was like, does it bother you? Because he has both hands on the ball. Like, I'm like, no, I could care less if you wore anything during a game. I'm good. He thought he lost his ring in Vegas. And I was so mad at him because I had like inscribed something on the inside. It was like non-refundable. And he lost it. Turns out it was he lost it for like 6 months, got a new ring. I was like upset about it wasn't like I was in Vegas as well as we were there for a golf thing. I don't know how it got misplaced, but ended up in my sunglass case. I found it like 6 months later. And I was like, I don't know how this got here. I did not put it here, but here's your ring. Well, we were lucky, you know?
So when he throws footballs, is he wearing a ring?
No.
Okay.
He gets to the facility. He has like a spot for his ring in his locker. He takes it off, he puts it there, and then he puts it back on before he comes home.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like during games, he does not wear a ring. He does not wear a rubber ring. If you do, to each your own. But he, with 2 hands on the ball and having the ball in his hands the whole time, he's like, I don't want that. And I was like, I don't care.
How did he give you the ring?
He got on a knee.
Okay, I just fell down. So wait, where were you? You have to tell me a little bit. Were you at the hotel?
No, this was Saturday morning. Our kids, no. Friday afternoon. We just picked our kids up. They were upstairs. We told them to get ready for a date night. So they love that because they get to dress up. They wore heels. which were, just like the mini Amazon heels, but they were
Yeah.
adorable. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm getting to the point. And he was like, hey, can we exchange? Like whatever. Yeah. So we sat down, exchanged. We were just in our kitchen and he gave me the bag and he's like, actually, wait 1 second. And he grabbed the box out of the bag and got on one knee and said some really nice things. And then, opened it and was like, and I was like, holy, what? But
Whoa.
I know, God, he really, really sweet. Honestly, 10 years is, I feel like the people that have been married for 40 years are like 10 years, but it feels special and it feels like, man, were we just meant to be together. And it's easy, it's hard, it's all the things, but I was not expecting it. And the fact that he got on one, and like, poor guy trying to get down on a knee. I don't know if you even know this. He doesn't get on a knee in the huddle. He lunges because his knees are bad.
I personally think the ring is obviously beautiful to receive, but at the point of him getting on his knee, he could have given you a candy ring at that point.
I wouldn't have cared.
Trust me, I'm glad he didn't, but
no, it meant a lot and multiple cards, So it was special. And then the rest of the weekend was amazing. So yeah, there's that. All right, but we're gonna move on to our It's a Lots because we haven't even done that yet.
You go.
Okay, all right, I will go. I have 3. Yeah, they're really short. The first one is the stock market. I mean, guys, just don't look at it. I had to tell Matthew, I was like, we're not going to look at it. We are going to look at it, but not. I told him on Friday, I was like, we can't look at it today. It's our anniversary leading into the weekend. We can't be in bad moods. So we're just going to, not look at it. We're all in it together though, ups and downs. We're all in it together, people. Okay. The next one is the weather in Michigan. I'm heading to Michigan tomorrow on Tuesday. This is coming out Thursday, but yeah, it's a high of 38.
It's
and raining.
It snowed.
What?
Yeah. We had like a week ago, we had that like 60-degree, like sunny.
Oh, and you thought it was over?
Thought it was over. And today there were snowflakes. And
the weather was like, surprise, bitch, I'm back.
It made me very sad. I was not in a good mental space today with that.
I'm really sorry. But it looks like it's sunny. Isn't it sunny?
There's sun now. Yes,
nice.
There's sun. It's for what time is it? 7 p.m. Yeah. There's some sun, but today was a very chilly, cold day.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes.
Well, the days I'm there, it's supposed to be cold and raining. So listen, Michigan, you're better than this. Mm-hmm. This is when the weather's supposed to be amazing. Come on, let's get it together. Mm-hmm. I will say California is beautiful right now. But it's going to get hot quick. So
yeah, it's going to be cold. And then this weekend, I think we're in the 60s. So, but yeah, okay. You're in for a little bit of a chill. Sorry.
Oh, fantastic. I'll bring my winter coat. Mm-hmm. And third, packing for spring break. Oh. I completely forgot. I didn't forget. By the way, if you guys are faith-based, please pray. One of my good friends actually has the same thing going on that I had. Same surgeon will be doing the surgery, and she will be recovering by the time you hear this. So please just, if you believe in a God, just say a quick prayer for a quick recovery for her, if you don't mind. But yes, packing for spring break. I'd completely forgotten about my trip to Michigan. So we're supposed to leave Friday night, and I legit have not done one single thing. And you know what's the problem is I don't know if you feel like this with Jake, but if I were to ask Matthew to pack the girls, he could do it. He could. Would he do it the way I wanted him to do it, or the way that? No. There would be, not enough underwear, not enough outfits. I'd have to, there's just, it's the dynamic of I want him to do it, but I can't let him do it because then when we get there, I might be screwed. You know what I mean?
Right.
I haven't packed. I had to pack all 4 of my kids. I'm talking bathing suits. I don't even know if they have flip-flops anymore. The spring dresses haven't really, obviously I can pass down to Tyler and Hunter, which is great. Although Tyler's now bigger than Hunter, so there's that. But like the older girls, I'm going, hope you can still fit into something because I don't have time.
And where are you going?
We're going to Florida.
Okay. To Hall Heaven?
To Hall Heaven, which is good. It's
I know.
easy.
I saw Jenny was there, and I was just like, oh, it looks so nice.
I know. Honestly, it's my favorite place on earth. It really is. Like, if I had to choose one place to quarantine ever again, it would be there. Hopefully, we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But that's what I would do.
I think just because of the sheer number of people that you have to travel with, that is a lot. Because I stress just about the one. But I need to do the packing myself because I know what needs to be in there and I know what needs to be in the airplane bag. And if it's not in the airplane bag, then there's going to be a problem. And
oh my God, the airplane bag, that's even more of a bitch to pack. Like you're like, okay, we got to put the iPads on. I always have a bag of iPads. So we're not going through everyone's backpack to get their iPads out for security. And then you got to make sure each kid has snacks. Each kid has coloring. Each kid has got the headphones, all of it. And I'm telling you what, it's tiring. And I understand that we are blessed to have these things to be able to travel with because God knows what my kids would be doing on a plane for 5 hours. Like, right? Thank God they'd be climbing over seats. They've been behaving horribly. So there's that. I wouldn't be able to control them. I don't know. That's another thing we'll ask next week. But it is a lot. And I will say too, like, even if you have older kids, I feel like even if they're 10, 13, I feel like you're still having to check the bag and make sure they have everything. Do you know what I mean?
I think 10, yes. I think 15 or 13, if they have screwed up and they haven't, it's on them. But
like, what if they don't bring a jacket and you need a jacket?
Right.
Then you got to buy a jacket.
Yeah.
That's a bitch.
Yeah.
And a waste of money.
My goodness. Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah. All right. What's yours?
And then wait a minute. For logistic purposes, you have to come to Michigan, then back to California, or can you go from Michigan to Atlanta and then somehow meet them? No.
Do you think my husband would fly with all 4 kids by himself?
Okay.
Love him so much. He does a lot of things. So, and you guys know I'd always talk about him so positively, but flying by himself with all 4, I think he would be like, get your ass home before we leave.
And I will say, getting down on that one knee, that has to buy him something for at least the next 6 months or so.
Listen, it bought him a lot for the next 10 years.
Oh,
okay.
My it's a lot is going to be summed up in, I don't know if it's a word. I think it's 2 words. Okay. T-shirt gun. We took Emma to a Pistons game on Saturday night, which was thoroughly enjoyable. The Detroit Pistons were hot. The stadium was packed. They're hot. Packed. We had great seats. Let me tell you what happens. And I do not understand this because you know me. I love everything for free. I love a 50-50. I love like a free beer, you know, and last night we went to the Wings game. Shout out to Nina for the, helping move us around. But there's something that happens to perfectly normal, sane people that when that T-shirt blaster comes out, they lose their fucking minds. It is like they think they're shooting out Lamborghinis. People are ready to beat an old woman down, to jump in front of them to get what equates to be a $4 T-shirt. And I have no part of it. Not one morsel of my body moves to try to grab that T-shirt. That's probably the wrong size. Nobody knows exactly what the T-shirt says. And they're blasting these things off like they're fucking rockets. I'm like, what is happening? Like people were jumping over seats. Like it was like those old videos that you would see on Black Friday when the people are at the Walmart trying to get the one.
Oh no.
It was like that. And I look at Jake and I'm like, is this real life? Like I've seen these before, like at Lions games and Wings games, but there was the energy at the Pistons game was high and it was different.
Okay.
And these people wanted those fucking T-shirts.
So wait, you weren't the person that's lifting your kid up to get higher so they can catch it. Like, fucking catch it, just get on up there.
People were launching their children into
Yeah,
the air,
catch it.
hoping that mid-flight they would catch these T-shirts. And I'm like, I will go and buy you a T-shirt. And also, let me tell you, somebody very kindly, Jake got these tickets, and they were wonderful tickets. We were close
Fun.
to the floor. There's energy with basketball, like as you're kind of close to the floor, like you kind of. It was great. But let me tell you what, it doesn't. I spent more money on anything that was lighting up, the cotton candy, the thing they are brilliant at capturing the attention of children. And
Interesting.
the Pistons, especially. Last night we were at the Red Wings game, and you've been to a Wings game before, or a hockey game, the Kings in LA. Hockey fans are different. They want to fight. They want to watch that game. They don't need to be entertained by all the bells and whistles. There are a few.
Yeah, but you don't need them.
Pistons game, that thing was fire. It was the dancers. I mean, it was like Emma was exhausted when we were going down there. We had a big family day during the day, and we were going down there. She's like, I'm kind of tired. 15 minutes into it, she's like, this is the best night of my life.
They're just pumping in O2 in the stadium, maybe giving a quick Adderall to the kids. They're like, woo!
Jackson, pretty young thing. They had like a light show going. They had every halftime break. They had the Pistons dance crew out there, and I'm like, man, this is it was nonstop. And when that T-shirt blaster got out there, man,
people lost their minds.
People went to a different dimension. It was gold bars that they were shooting out of that thing. They were like,
it was okay. I have a question. What would they have to shoot out of that? That is like doable. Like you can't say a gold bar, but like that you would be like, oh fuck yeah, we got to go get it.
Okay, this is me. If they were shooting out lottery tickets or 50-50 tickets, I would jump over somebody to get those.
Okay.
I don't need any swag. I love the Pistons. I love the Kings. I love all the teams. I don't need to wear their shirt, but if it were something where there's an opportunity to like surprise. Now the 50-50 was incredibly low for the Pistons, and it was low for the Wings last night too. It got up to like 30,000 for the Wings. Pistons was like 10,000, but a Lions playoff game, that Lions-Rams game, I still remember it. It was almost $400,000.
Well, you should have more chances to win if it's less money, because not many people are buying into it.
And Jake's point exactly. I think the Pistons one like maybe got up to 5,000, and he goes, "This is the one you're going to
win." This is your chance. After taxes, you're going to take home $900. It's going to be fantastic.
And I'd still be just as excited.
And
I'd probably donate it. I'd probably give it to Say or whatever. Well, who am I kidding? No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, wait, what are you talking? I love you so much, but let's be honest. You would hide real quick that you even won it, and you would peace out of there. You wouldn't tell anybody that you won that, which honestly, that's up to you.
As I'm drinking the cheapest wine that my friend.
What are you drinking?
She makes fun of me for it. It's a Target wine called Sea Glass, and it's maybe with the Target card, $7.99, and I think it's delicious.
What kind of white wine is it?
It's a Pinot Grigio. Now, normally, you know me, I enjoy my splashes, but sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I feel very White Lotus-y, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just enjoy a glass of white wine.
You know what is very interesting? Do you think the gays are more into Pinot Grigios than like a straight male?
Yes.
Yeah. Pinot Grigio I don't like. And we went to dinner for our anniversary at this restaurant called Stella, and it was fantastic. And our waiter was gay, and he was incredible. Actually, remind me to tell you a story after this. But he was like, do you want wine? And we're like, what do you suggest? We always ask kind of suggestions for menu and wine and kind of just usually go with what they say.
Matthew likes the red, though, usually, right?
Yeah, he does. But we wanted to start with a white because we were getting like something with fish to the beginning. I don't even remember what it was. But anyways, he was like, well, and pointing out like 3 Pinot Grigios. And we were like, okay, well, we're not Pinot Grigio fans, but
See you at the Abbey later.
he talked about the Abbey. He
No.
literally yes, he was from Atlanta. We had so many like crossing paths. It was pretty incredible. But the Pinot Grigio didn't hit with our table. But I looked around, and we were in West Hollywood, which is notoriously a
Gay Mecca.
okay, thank you. And we looked around, and most couples who were men had white wine, and I'm guessing was probably a Pinot Grigio.
Yeah. We
So there
went
you
to
go.
dinner a couple of trips ago when I went to LA. It was me, you, Kiki, Matthew, and he ordered some bottle of red that, likely was higher price point. And the guy came to pour it, and at that point I was probably full on like splash, 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 right?
Yeah.
And the guy goes to pour it, and I go, no, I'm good. And Matthew goes, no, you're gonna have some of that wine. And I'm like, I am. He goes, yes.
He's like, you will taste it and you will like it.
You will like it. I'm like, oh, great, sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, twist my arm, I'll drink. You know what I mean? It's
And
fine.
you know what though? Do you think you can tell the difference between? This is a great question for people.
Okay.
I think we should have a blind taste. This would be fun.
When you come in town.
We're gonna have a blind taste test, and
Ooh,
we're
I
gonna
like
buy.
it.
We would buy like a $9 bottle, and then maybe we'll buy like a $70 bottle.
Yeah, I'm in.
And then maybe we have like one that's even bougier, and then we'll see whether people can taste the difference. Do you think you could taste the difference either between vodkas or between wines?
I mean, I think I have a better chance with vodkas, if I'm being honest.
I do too.
Yeah. But no, I don't. And honestly, when I'm ordering wine, I'm usually 2 cocktails deep at least. And I don't know what I'm tasting. Do you know what I mean? It's really just to have something to sip with dinner because the cocktails had already gone down. All right. If you've been listening to my podcast for a little bit, you guys know how good I feel in my SKIMS stuff. I mean, honestly, I always feel like I'm just not wearing anything, which I truly love because I have felt like in my life that all bras and all underwear, honestly, they either gave me a wedgie or the bras were uncomfortable. The underwire bras that I was used to felt like they were squishing my rib cage, and I couldn't wait to tear them off. You know who couldn't wait to tear my bra off? I'm just kidding. But seriously, I wore the teardrop push-up bra over our anniversary. And, some people hate wearing underwire bras, which was me, but I absolutely love this one. I don't feel like I have to rip it off. The technology is insane. Instead of having like a ton of padding to give you that unnatural lift, the bra mimics the shape of a full breast. So it lifts my boobs and honestly my mood the second I put it on. And I don't really feel like I want to tear it off. It's comfortable, yet it gives you that va-va boom that you want. So shop Skims Ultimate Bra Collection and more at skims.com and Skims LA flagship on Sunset Boulevard. After you place your order, be sure to let them know that we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. I'm interested to see if anybody ever drinks wine first and then goes to cocktails. Like a nightcap, but a cocktail nightcap.
I think,
Cocktail.
people like to have the wine, like if you're having a steak or, me being a pescatarian, I wouldn't really understand any of this. But
yeah, totally. You stick with the white wine with the pescatarian, huh? To the Pinot Grigio, the $7 Pinot Grigio.
$7. I want to look at. I can't look it up because Kiki makes me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Wait, can I still look at it when it's on Do Not
Yes,
Disturb?
you can still look at it.
Oh,
God, I love you so much.
it's sea glass.
You're looking how much it is?
Yeah.
Honestly, Vivino is like one of my favorite little wine apps. It'll tell you a lot about your wines if anyone's
Well,
into
the wine
that.
has gone. The price has gone up dramatically. It is now. Is this all because of the tariffs? It's now up to $11.99, but it has 4.5 stars out of 90 reviews.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to throw that in the mix for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in.
Now there's a Target special on tomorrow for $9.99, but that's only just tomorrow. Oh, $8.99. Holy shit. Good night. I got to get out of here. It's $8.99 at the Target down the road.
Go get yourself a case. Just, just put 12 in there and be like, I want it all. Now, do you think, here's another question with wine. Do you think the wine glass actually matters? You know how they have like white wine glasses and red wine glasses? And I'm sure we have some sommelier listening to this that's going to tell us, yes, it matters. But when I'm putting a house together or whatever, and we're trying to get our glass situation, and someone tells me I need a whole set, so I need 12 wine glasses, right? That's a table set. I have to get 12 white and 12 red, and then I gotta get 12 champagne and 12. Are you like, is there really, really a difference?
I believe no, but as you know, my former life, Jeff, my ex, was very into wine. We had a wine cellar
Yeah, I
in
remember.
our old house, and he was very into the red wine has to have a wide
So it can
base to
breathe,
it.
right?
Yes, let it breathe. There was a whole thing. Yes. And then this wine and that pairs with,
No,
you would come over, we'd have you and Matthew
I
over, and
know.
Jeff would have all the particular cheeses that went with the particular wines. And I'm
Which
just
I think
like,
I
yes,
do think the cheese with the wine I get. Pairing it with certain things that bring out certain flavors in the wine. God, I
aromas.
sound
Yeah.
so cool right now.
Uh-huh.
But the wine glasses, I think, is just some brilliant people that are like, you know what? You know what'll make us more money? Instead of 12 wine glasses, they need to buy 24. One for red, one for white. Oh, let's throw a champagne glass in there too. You can use a wine glass for champagne.
Do you believe in decanting?
I do believe in reds, yes. I do believe in decanting.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, like, you can decant by just opening the bottle and leaving it on the table for, like, you don't have to have a decanter.
Yeah.
It's just so it can breathe and get some oxygen up in there, I think. I have no fucking idea. You know who those sommeliers are brilliant, though. Like, the schooling they have to go through.
Brilliant.
And when you tell me to taste something, or, like, you're like, what do you taste? I'm like, grapes. I don't fucking know what I taste. They're like, well, it's a hint of this, a hint of that. And then you taste it and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You taste it. It's very
Have you
interesting.
ever
We should
been
do
to one of those? We went to one of these recently, Judge and I did. The house where I got married, actually. She had this lovely dinner party, and Judge and I went, and they had a sommelier, and they had a food person, and it was like only like 8 of us, but it was like a very formal dinner. And each time they brought out a course, which the course was like this big, they would have a Declaration of Independence explainer of what you were about to eat. And then before you could eat it, the wine guy would come in and talk for 35 minutes. And by the time I was like, we got to go to Taco Bell. I'm starving. Like, it was lovely and it was wonderful, but I don't know if anything went into my body. Like, these people were just chitting and chatting about the colors and the fragrances and the humes. And I'm like, can I get like a slider, bro? Like, I'm hungry.
How many were they, like full glasses of wine with each course, or was it like a taste?
No, they were smaller, but the food portions were like these, like, and it was like 9 courses. It was lovely. First of all, it was gorgeous, but it was very small portions with a lot of information. And I'm like, bro, I love Bud Light, and I like a chicken wing from the Coney Island. Like, I'm about as white trash as you can get.
I think that's a great night for anyone but you. You know what I mean? Like, that's not your thing. Now, I will say,
I would like enjoy the classiness. Like, I do enjoy like some of it, but I also just like, there's some hillbilly part of me that just wants fried chicken and a little bit of vodka.
I can't. I mean, I'm right there with you. If I'm being totally honest,
I think honestly, I really do think it's part of our bonding experience. As I'm being 100% serious. I do think that there is like, you have a sophistication in your life and you appreciate nice things, and I do on a different level. But I also think it's just great to be able to kick off your shoes and have friends that you can just be like, I need a fucking bean burrito right now. Like, are we cool?
Let's order Papa John's. I fucking love their garlic sauce. It's so good.
They're opening Culver's a half a mile from my house, and you would have thought that fucking Madonna moved into my neighborhood.
Wait, they're opening what?
You know Culver's?
Oh, yeah, the ice cream. Is it ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is The buzz of the hood. Everybody today, we had Emma's field trip at this farm, and like I started talking to these moms, and they're like, "Did you hear what that's opening down? It's a Culver," and I'm like, "Excuse? It's a Culver's?"
This is so exciting.
Yeah.
Now, at this dinner, did they use a different wine glass with each wine, or did they just re-pour you?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Okay, because that would be a fuck ton of wine glasses. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This wine industry is brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, they can price their wine at whatever the hell they want. They're like, this is so good. Because I even think some of the really good wines that you pay a shit ton for are horrible. And I'm like, did we just get, you know what I mean?
Bamboozled.
Yeah.
Do you like champagne?
No, fuck champagne. All right. Sorry. It goes straight to my head.
Okay.
Do we really like champagne in general? No.
It's okay.
I like a little, I like a splash of it.
Yeah.
I like it. You know when I like it? Going up on the plane, because not only do the bubbles go to your head, but so does like the altitude. And then it's like, you feel good. But that one glass.
They don't serve that where I sit on the plane.
Fuck. Okay. Anyways. Oh man, we should move on. All right. All right.
Finlandia Delta vodka.
Okay, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're not discussing. All right. Give me your headlines. Because you know, I haven't really followed.
I have some good ones.
Okay. All right, y'all. We all know the feeling of our kids just continually asking for snacks and then never eating their meals. So why not make sure what they're snacking on is healthy, or at least giving them some, I don't know, good proteins and stuff like that. This is why, honestly, I love Thrive Market. It's my go-to. You guys know this. It's an online grocery store, and I can get all the healthy essentials delivered straight from the soccer field. I mean, I can deliver it wherever I am. I don't know about you, but I can't even pronounce half the ingredients on labels these days. I mean, the United States allows over like 10,000 food additives. And this is another reason why I love Thrive, because they are a no junk online grocery store that bans over 1,000 harmful ingredients. So I don't have to waste my time looking over the labels of what they are selling. I know that they have already done that. So it takes all the research out of it for me. So if you're ready to make the switch, go to thrivemarket.com/morning for 30% off your first order, plus a free $60 gift. That's THRIVE market.com/morning, thrivemarket.com/morning. This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Price vary based on how you buy. What's been happening this week?
Oh my God, it's exhausting. First of all, I enjoy the Taylor Swift and the Travis Kelce, and we heard so much about them during the football season, but where the hell did they go?
Oh, I don't know. Do we know where they went?
Well, a few of the tabloids say they're just going dark and that they're just enjoying time together and trying to stay out of like Los Angeles and New York to kind of keep the prying eyes away. And you know what? I say kudos to you.
Yeah, you know who likes that as much as anybody? They do.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine? This is where, like, I kind of come. Could you imagine your entire life, every move you make, being out there? Because that's what was happening to them every time. Like, you couldn't get like if you had a booger and you picked it, it would be everywhere. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like if you felt a bat in the cage and you're like, oh, fuck, there's photographers, but I also have a bat in the cage. And you just, did one of these real quick. A bat in the cage? A bat in the cage? Sean Chappis used to call it that and it's never left me.
It's a bat in the cave.
In the cave. Oh, shit. You know what I meant. That's also in the book. Oh my God. You know what I meant. Because Matthew will always try and correct me like you just did. I'm like, you know what I fucking meant. Don't correct me.
Yeah, the cage.
whatever. What's in a cage? A mice in the cage? I don't know.
You know how
Anyways,
we always try to figure out what to name the podcast after we've had the podcast? This week
that's
it's
it.
called PMA, A Bat in the Cage. Please, just right now, that's what it's called.
Fantastic. We don't have to discuss that after.
Okay, so the other big story that's been getting a lot of buzz, and I'm here for it. I want to write it, produce it, executive produce it. I'd like to star in it in some. I think I could play like her brother Brian. There's a Britney Spears biopic in the works, and I would like to,
A bio what?
a biopic, like a
What's a biopic?
like a kind of an unauthorized biography of her life,
Biographical picture.
Oh,
like a life
extended
story.
words. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
My question is, who do you think should play Britney?
Sweeney. What's her first name?
Sydney.
Sydney Sweeney.
All the boys like her because she's curvaceous.
Yeah. She's hot. 1, she's going to get people to the movie because she's hot. 2, she's good. 3, she's kind of like Brit in her prime.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
I like that Sabrina Carpenter girl, but I don't know if she can act.
Sabrina is a really good actor. She started on Disney Channel and then
Oh, there you go.
that's why she's such a good performer.
Oh, a little Disney star. And she would get she'd probably understand what Brit went through. But here's the thing about this. Most actors dive into their character. Do we want Sabrina Carpenter really diving into the Britney and then possibly, you know how these things can happen?
Well, it depends on what era she dives into her at. If she dumps into her at Oops, I Did It Again, you're wearing a red cat suit and you're living life. You're doing great.
Yeah, but what if, but she has to do the whole biography, correct? She can't just do the prime of Britney.
I'm guessing that it's going to start in Kentwood, Louisiana and take us all the way through her in Thousand Oaks. So it's going to do the whole kit and caboodle. Now,
God, I wish it was in our old house. That'd be
what
fantastic.
is your favorite Britney era?
I mean, her, like, the good era. I mean, toxic. Oh, I mean, I feel like there's only one era.
No, there's
besides her meltdown era.
But was it like her early, not like womanizer or toxic, or was it the early stuff?
Early. I liked the early stuff. But I also thought she was a little reserved in the early stuff. And as time went on, you know, we got everything out and happening, and dance moves were getting a little sexier. And I kind of liked her then too. I don't know.
But
what was yours?
Subscribe to the theory that you don't think Britney's a good dancer.
No, but she got more provocative.
God,
for sure.
I think she's a very gymnastics-based dancer. Like
all gymnasts hate you right now.
She's very athletic, and she knows how to turn it on.
I think she knows how to perform.
Okay, so we've done this before, but is anybody to you a good dancer?
Beyonce is an incredible dancer.
Okay.
Sorry. Is there somebody else you wanted me to say?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of singers real quick, I introduced my kids to Whitney Houston music. And I forgot how freaking talented she was.
Yeah.
Like R.I.P. But like going back to the Preacher's Wife songs, I was like, oh my God. Her range and her ability to just control her voice was unlike any other.
Yeah.
Even my kids were like,
where I was when I found out she died. I have these moments where I know where I was, exactly where certain people died.
Okay, I'm going to quiz you. Are you ready? Certain people dying.
Go.
Aretha Franklin.
I was working. I knew exactly where I was because it was in Detroit. And so we had gotten heads up. It was going to be within the next few days. So we were on nonstop coverage.
Okay. Has Michael Jackson died?
Yes.
In general?
Okay.
Yes.
Michael Jackson.
Am I?
What?
I thought he did, but I just needed to confirm. I forgot. I mean, I thought that was the case. It's been a long weekend.
You know Prince is dead too,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Okay, here. We're continuing. Michael Jackson.
I know exactly where I was, and here's exactly what happened. There was a really weird summer storm that hit in Detroit, And Farrah Fawcett died first on that day. And my friend Ro was a very big Farrah Fawcett fan, and she was beside herself. Then she got the double whammy of realizing just hours later Michael Jackson died, which meant Farrah got no media attention.
Oh
And all
no.
she did right to Michael. Same day. I
Oh.
believe same day they died. Kiki, will you verify? Because
Yes.
my memory serves that they both died the same day.
Okay, while we wait,
And I got
Prince.
moved to the Motown Museum in Detroit, where instantaneously thousands of people took over the front of the Motown
Because of that. Got it.
museum because of Michael Jackson. Yes, I remember it clearly. Keep going.
Okay. Well,
I have the answer for us. Yes, both Farrah Fawcett and Michael Jackson died on the same day, which was June 25th, 2009, but at different times. She was early in the morning and he was in the afternoon, although almost exactly 12 hours apart. She was 2:28 a.m. and he was 2:26 p.m.
wow, that's crazy. Okay, Prince.
I don't remember Prince, but I remember being sad about it.
Princess Diana.
Every single moment of it. It was Labor Day weekend, 1997. My mom was visiting me
Okay.
for the weekend, woke me up in the middle of a slumber crying. I was like, oh my God, something happened to my mom. She's, we need to go to the hospital. And she's hyperventilating for me to grab the television remote. And I turn it on and I did the biggest gay gasp you've ever heard in your life, which my mom at that moment should have been like, my son is gay, I love you. And we sat there speechless for hours watching every minute of that coverage.
How old were you?
1997.
I don't know. How old were you?
I was working in Lansing as a reporter, so I'm going to guess that I was in my early 20s.
Okay. All right. The Queen of England.
Well, that was recent.
Well, I know. I'm just wondering if you knew where. I have no idea where I was. So there's that.
I know exactly where I was. I was driving down the lodge and I got a text from my friend who knows people that before deaths are revealed, she gets tips from the network.
Oh, shit.
So she'll just text me name. This is so sick. It'll be 3 a.m. and she'll get a tip off from somebody and she'll just text me a name. And I know that means that person's dead.
Oh, no. Okay, one final one.
I told her to hit me with white gloves with Madonna or the Queen because I was going to beat. And so she did that day. And,
wow.
said, I have news for you. And I'm like,
the reason Hank knows where he was is because he so loves these people so much and he remembers exactly where he was. So
yeah.
RIP to all these people. Okay, last one.
Was it August of 97 though for Diana?
It was August 31st, 1997.
Labor Day weekend.
So I can tell you right now, for all of those names we just said, I have no idea where I was. And it's not to be honest, you love pop culture and people within that world. Now, I'm going to see if you remember where you were when this one, because I remember vividly Kobe Bryant.
Yes. Here's what I remember about it. So Kobe was friends in some capacity with Nastia.
Yeah.
And Sam called me
That's right.
say, turn on your TV. I was living in the Royal Oak House and I turned the TV on and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. I was in Newport Coast.
Yeah.
Matthew was golfing. I remember seeing it, texting him. I think he remembers what hole he was on and everything. And he dropped his clubs and came straight home.
Yeah.
It's interesting though, certain people mean certain things to you in a way. And maybe, Princess Diana to your mom or something, I don't know. But how deaths like that can really kind of stop you in your tracks. And you still to this day remember exactly where you were. And it's just a reminder that life is short.
Yeah. And I think sometimes it's somebody like Kobe, who was at the top of everything.
And he was just starting his second life of
just
being
such
a girl dad.
Such a good human.
Yeah.
And with Diana and people like that, anytime somebody is so young and cut down in their prime, I knew Queen Elizabeth was going to die. She was,
she's old.
She's old. And the Pope and people like that, you just kind of prepare for it. But it's when these young, really surprising things happen, it's always it's always very jarring. Like, I do believe the one that like I still remember like really sat with me where I couldn't leave the couch for like a day was when, and you were too young for this, but it was when John Kennedy Jr.'s plane was missing. And you were just like, I couldn't like process it. I was just like, whoa, like he's like was going to be America's prince, you know? And like that family
But
had
I
so much
think,
tragedy.
and I think to your point, like when people are young and they pass away tragically, I think they're up there looking over all of us going, enjoy it, like live your life. And it's very true. And honestly, I could probably use a little bit of that right now just with my parenting stuff. Like, we're lucky to be able to do it. Lucky to be able to parent these girls, because I think about Kobe and how much he would give probably to be on this earth parenting his daughters. So we did not mean for that to get any certain way. It just, when people you love pass, you tend to remember where you are.
Yeah,
Or people you look up to.
that you have followed through their lives. Like, I mean, Diana Spencer was like 18 years old when she got married. I remember her. You don't, because I don't think you were born. I remember seeing her wedding. I was at the Bay Valley Tennis Club, and she was walking down the aisle, and everybody like stopped to look at it. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, what are we stopping for this for? And I should have known I was gay then, because I was like, ooh, that dress is fucking hitting. But but then the other thing that's going to happen when you get older, because you're too young for this, because now that I'm of a certain age, if someone dies around my age, you automatically say, did they smoke? Like, that's like the number one question. You're like,
really?
Did they smoke? Were they eating poorly? Because you want to believe that like they did something to cause themselves to die suddenly.
Yeah. On that note, guys, again, just, remember to live your life, and every second matters, and tomorrow's never guaranteed. And we're going to end it on a serious note. So until, I don't know until we
meet again.
Okay. And just a heads up, next week we are going to do How Do You Parent This? You guys wrote in a ton of incredible stuff. I actually have a question of my own that I'm struggling with. So tune in next week for that. Until then, have a splash.
Make a splash or buy a glass of sea glass.
Love you, splashers. What the fuck?